Good evening. Welcome to the prime time. You brought your nunchucks because they're required. What is good? Good, I'm 61% of the way. You got to think. Got to think we're getting there. Hey, thank you, Dig Dug. Welcome to the stream. You know, one of these days I'm going to do something about the lighting situation. Got like beams of light. Like, look at that. Like, I move my hand like right in the right spot, right there. That's the spot. It just emanates. You move a little bit further, nothing. Put it right back here. Just noticing that on the stream. That's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big fancy streamer.
Samus, the
Not yet.
Federation Armada is now in orbit above the pirate homeworld. We're ready for the final assault, but the base is protected by a barrier that prevents us from landing. We need you to disable this defense system. Unit 242 has located its control center. Here are the coordinates.
Hey, good evening, Dark Terex. Welcome to the stream. M. That's the map room. Okay, so the question mark is get past the acid rain, which I guess I didn't realize that's like right next to this room. Okay, the lift hub. That's also dead end because of the acid rain. Disable the defense system. So yesterday we tried to do stuff in this room and we couldn't figure out what was missing. What's up, Magma Peach? Hello, Matter. Good to see the crew assembling here. Where are my goals? So current objectives. Is it disable the defense system? So the thing is, like, they give you 3 current objectives, but I'm assuming this comes first because we need the acid shield to get past the acid rain. This is probably the ultimate goal. About to go to sleep. That's perfectly understandable. I respect the work week curfew. I do find as I get older that I much prefer sticking to a schedule rather than treating myself to a late night of games. Like, even on the weekends, I don't like to be up longer than maybe 1 a.m. When I first started working after college, I'd be up till like 4 or 5 a.m. sometimes playing, you know, late night Dota or something. And like, that's fun, but oh, I haven't been in here yet? Maybe that's what I've been missing. Trials of Mana. I was very excited to see that, actually. Also, good evening, BGW. Excited to see that. Collection of Mana coming to the US. And that Direct had a ton of games. Hey, what's up, Doyson? Thank you for the good luck. Here for the hot takes. All right, here are the hot takes. Link's Awakening still owns. 20 years later. This is all that matters, is this reaction, because it's my childhood. Oh, when they were looking at Banjo. I really enjoyed that they're still trolling us with the intros to these characters. Like when Duck Hunt appeared instead of Banjo, I thought that was great. You know, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the Square Enix situation from yesterday. How in the world do they remake Final Fantasy VIII if they lost the source code? I don't know how that works. But I guess that's a thing they did. Lack of maintenance has left the lift in a state of disrepair. So it's just not usable? I can't charge it somehow. Alright, well I was getting really hopeful that this was going to be the thing. Oh, what do we got? A strong impact could destroy it. Whoa, look at that smoke effect. It's the black smoke monster from Lost. Spiral Mountain is now in Smash. I can't believe Grant Kirkhope has a job again. Still writing banjo music in 2019. They said in the direct he wrote a brand new song. Or a remix, at least. Is he still working? Is there like another ukulele game or something? I don't know. I know he did some music for... It was either them or Hat in Time, or maybe both. I can't remember. Alright, let's keep going, because I think we gotta go this way. Yeah. A 2D Yuka game? How's that gonna work? It's gonna be like a Metroidvania? Yeah, we saw some new Pokemon today, too. Oh god, I'm gonna get the names wrong. One of them was like Impidimp or something like that. Imp-to-Imp. Impidimp. I don't remember how you said it. Then the other one was... Yeah, the other one was a Corgi. I don't remember the name of that one, though. Like, something like Romper or Yompers or... I don't remember. Wasn't paying too much attention. I will say I'm excited for Sword and Shield. I don't know that we're going to like everything that they do with that game, but I'm excited for Switch Pokemon. I just hope it at least attempts to... I don't know how to word this. Attempts to tell a story, maybe? Do I really care about a story in a Pokemon game? I guess. Yes. I guess I do, because I just said I wanted to tell a story. I'm just worried that it's going to follow, like, the same formula of, like, X, Y. Okay, so I can't access the other side of this door, is the problem. Oh. Oh, that's new. What is this? Oh, that's on the other side. Breath of the Wild 2 direct sequel. Nobody saw that coming, I don't think. I mean, I didn't expect them to say anything like that. I figured they had enough ammunition with Animal Crossing that they wouldn't need to say anything else, but then they did, so that was pleasant. I'm hoping for Breath of the Wild 2 that it's sort of like a Majora's Mask situation where, you know, like, because they have the same engine, they're able to kind of take advantage of what they already know, capitalize on it a little bit. Like, I would love to see Breath of the Wild 2 do better dungeons in general, because I thought the dungeons in Breath of the Wild were the worst feature. The shrines were great. The dungeons themselves were just so forgetful and generic and bad. Yeah, they said direct sequel meta. Literally, like, as the trailer was ending, they put up in big words, like, we are working on a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. So, as if there was doubt, you know, like, by the end of the trailer, like, during the trailer, you're like, okay, this is pretty similar to, you know, like, these are all the same assets from Breath of the Wild, but then you're like, oh, it's not just DLC. It's the full deal. Not quite time to get excited. I mean, get excited about the fact that they are continuing with Breath of the... I think Breath of the Wild built a lot of great things, and, you know, just hearing that they're going to continue to use what they have there, I think is a good thing. Obviously, it's not going to come out for a while. Nobody's saying, like, it's time to start counting the days. High-frequency beam weapons. I don't have a high-frequency beam. Do I? Let's take a moment to also say, you know, rest in peace to all the games that we did not hear from this year. A bold F to pay respects for Beyond Good and Evil 2, because that game's not happening until the next generation. That's a PS5 launch title if I've ever seen one. Let's see what else. Metroid Prime 4. It's not dead. It's just. I mean, I said we wouldn't probably hear anything from them on that. I'm not surprised that wasn't there, but still have to pay respects. Cadence of Hyrule looks really cool. As somebody who sucks at rhythm games, I'm still thinking about getting it. I have no rhythm whatsoever. And it concerns me that I will not be good enough to play that. See, the good news about not hearing about Prime 4 is that I have that much more time to beat Prime 3. And at the pace I'm getting through this game, I might need it. Couldn't Samus have packed an umbrella or something? Like, acid rain's killing me. The Zelda one will be more accessible. I would agree with that, actually. You're probably right. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like a mode for more hardcore, like Necrodancer players, and then a mode for the beginner. Kind of like how... wow, this is a dated reference. Kind of like how DDR Mario was really easy relative to regular DDR. Dude, I used to play DDR Mario all the time. That game was the only DDR I was capable of playing. Ow. I thought I could break the glass. Back to this room again. Approach hologram to use lift. So, I don't... Oh, shoot. I hit the frickin' laser beam. Da-na-na-na-na. You knew this song was coming. At least once a stream. Yo, what's up, hopefulness? Yo, it's Krauser. What's good? Krauser, I liked your takes on E3 this week. I was enjoying. I can't remember specifically what game it was, but you had a good take on Twitter. My brain's kind of mush at the moment. BJW going through Fendrana. Look at this. You're supposed to, like, roll on your side here? And I still hit the thing. Unbelievable. I already lost 2 health bars, too, just trying to beat this thing. Oh, there's a thing under the elevator again. I can't wait to find out this is not even close to where I'm supposed to be, and I've just been wasting all of my time in this endless hallway. Saga is underrated, I think. I'm very excited for Saga myself. Also, I was very surprised and happy to see Panzer Dragoon getting a remake. I never would have guessed that franchise would see the light of day again. But Panzer Dragoon Switch could be pretty sick. What is Panzer Dragoon? It's sort of like an on-rail shooter. I'm thinking with Switch, if that has gyro in any way, that could be pretty cool. You know what? It's got to be this, right? No, but I've been in here, and this did nothing. This did literally nothing. So what is the point of any of this? Grapple. Yeah, see, like, it's almost like you're supposed to do something first and then come back up here. Like, maybe move this. Nope, you locked in once you... I don't think this room is where I'm supposed to be. I think this is clearly a dead end. I just don't know where else I would go. What am I missing? Where does this go? This goes under everything that I wanted. Like, I want to be on top of this room. I don't even know where I am now. This game is the most confusing. Hardest game I've ever played. And then it drops me off on the wrong side of this door again. Well, that didn't work. What if this is all just the wrong way? As much as I want it to be the correct way. Where else can I go? Hyper mode is useless. Whatever this building is made of, I want my house to be made of it too. If it can resist hyper mode beams. And you sure lose a lot of power when you switch out of hyper mode. Let's try going this way, because I don't know where else to go. See, that's also rain. So I'm stuck again? Jeez. There's no way the load time saved me here, do they? Unless that's a shelter. I can't tell if there's a shelter over there or if I will die. Well, now we're definitely dead. Did not do that right at all. That was a snafu. The slam. I was so excited about that checkers. Like, I'm kind of tepid on Luigi's Mansion in general. Like, it's okay. It's not my favorite game ever. Like, I would be happy to play it, but all of a sudden they show, like, sucking up one ghost and then slamming him into another ghost, and now it's kind of like a wrestling game, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like, I played the first Luigi's Mansion, and it was fine. I'm not, like, crazy about it by any means. Dang it. I was really, really hoping that that was like a... It kind of looked like it was a roof. Well, crap. Now I gotta get that missile again, too. There were no other objectives? I need to check my objectives again. I don't think there were any other objectives. So it's all on this planet now. I was trying to decide, like, am I missing a key item or... I don't know. This is I can guarantee you this. What's happening right now is the same thing that happened in my Echoes playthrough.
Samus, the Federation Armada.
Do you remember my Echoes playthrough? Shh! Quiet, game. I'm trying to tell my stream the story. Stop. Stop that. Have some respect. So, in my Echoes playthrough, right? Remember that time I got stuck looking for the spread shot door for like 3 hours, including like walking right past it? That's what's happening right here. There's something blatantly obvious that I'm just not seeing. We're going to be here for multiple streams. So strap in. Oh, I have to give. That was a give door, not a pull door. Oops. Oh, hit me with it, Zarkanzo. What don't you understand? I don't understand why they think that remaster and mobile UI go hand in hand. I'm with you on that. I am not a fan. I think it looks really goofy. Like Final Fantasy IX remaster, it looks bad in that, I think. I'm just impressed that they did anything with Final Fantasy VIII at this point because, I mean, they certainly did not seem to care. Hey, if you stay in this mode for a while, it kind of looks like House of the Dead. Auto vent. So I wonder, like, I'm probably dead if I go over there and attempt this, right? Because what else can I do? We gotta get this acid shield, which is nowhere near me. Let's disable the defense system. Get past the acid rain. So, am I in the wrong spot? Like, do I need to land somewhere else? How do I tell my map to point me to this? View map location. Wow, that would have been a good button to know about 10 hours ago. I'm on the wrong thing! Well, no wonder I can't find it. Okay. Well, let's get out of here. I don't know. I'm of the opinion that remasters are getting to the point where they're very overdone, and I kind of would rather just see new stuff a lot of the time. Depends on what it is and how much effort's being put into it. Like, I think the Link's Awakening remaster is worthy. Like, that game is just ancient in the first place. And they're kind of going above and beyond with redesigning everything. But I don't know that we need remakes just for the sake of remakes either. It's got to be a balance. Yeah, that's the other thing too. So a lot of times if I buy a remaster, I don't even own the original. Like I have Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. Never owned the originals for either of those. Yeah, isn't that interesting, Zarkanzo? Like, for as much effort as they've put into all the Final Fantasy remakes and trying to keep them on modern hardware, even if that is a phone, I do feel like a lot of the original versions just look better, play better. Never played the original Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening is my favorite Zelda. Now, granted, I've said this on stream before, like, I have not played a lot of the more recent games. And by more recent, I mean, like, last 15 years. But I spent so much of my childhood playing Link's Awakening. Ages and Seasons. I mean, maybe, you know, honestly, I could see them doing Ages and Seasons in that same graphic style that they're doing for Link's Awakening. You know, if that sells well, it seems like a logical follow-up. Wouldn't be too much effort to keep that same style and then just, you know, do Ages and Seasons instead. If they did that and made the third Oracle game, that might be wishing for a little too much, but you never know. Might as well dream. Might as well dream. Hey, we got a sequel to Breath of the Wild today. Anything's possible. I also... Here's another thing. I'm not a big fan of this song. That was not what I was going to say. I'm not a big Animal Crossing guy. Like, I've played the original Animal Crossing, and it's fine. Again, like, you know, I'm not one of the hardcore fans of the series, but that new Animal Crossing looks pretty cool. Probably have to pick it up. They had the gameplay demo on the Treehouse today. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's kind of cool that, you know, they didn't have time to really show gameplay in the Direct, but then they dedicated a whole 20-minute segment to it on Treehouse. Honestly, I feel like Treehouse is just an extension of the Direct sometimes. Sometimes it's completely new games that weren't even in the Direct. Sometimes it's just more hands-on with those games. But Treehouse is pretty sick. Fun for a month or two and never touched it again. If you don't TT, you get a lot more out of AC. What is TT? Time trial? Oh, time travel. Okay. You're talking about like warping your clock so that you can Harvest Moon cheat the game. Set time to 8 p.m. Yeah, I never did that when I played the original. It was kind of fun because like it would give you an excuse to sometimes like the festivals would be late at night or something, so you had to like play the game late at night. I always like when games do a day clock like that. It can be interesting. Doesn't that look like I can... Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Nope. It looks like I can, but I can't. Did I ever go that way? I must have. That leads back to the landing site. Okay, wait. So we want to go through the door on the other side of this room. Yeah, this is what I was trying to do the last time I streamed. I remember coming here and trying to do this, and it didn't lead me anywhere. I got stuck. Also, one thing I don't think they mentioned it in the direct, or maybe they did briefly, but on Treehouse they showed Animal Crossing co-op. You can have multiple people playing on the same screen, and that looked really cool. Oh, you know what? I have Spider Ball now, so this is probably new. Maybe this is progress. Where does this go? No, have I already been here? That's unfortunate. Nice. Ilana. That will happen on stream eventually. I'm not going to promise a time. I'm not even going to say like a month or a year, because I honestly don't know when. But I do want to play Ilana. The problem is, Ilana is a major time investment. Like, I thought Prime 3 was going to be a pretty short time investment, but here I am still playing it, you know, several weeks later because I'm not the greatest. I've been trying to play shorter games on stream so that I can actually get through them. Oh, that guy got taken out. Is this where I came from, or is this... Am I going somewhere? Okay, I remember playing this minigame. So that's not new. There's an item over there, though. I feel when the hint system isn't giving a good enough hint. Yeah, if I go into La Mulana with the sort of concentration I've had for Prime 3, there's no hope. I can't even figure out what room to go to in Prime 3. How am I ever gonna... See, look, now I'm back in this thing again. Can we all appreciate that Minecraft is not in Smash? I'm kind of indifferent on that. I don't love Minecraft, but I don't feel like I would be upset. Are you telling me I'm stuck down here? Shoehorn another Fire Emblem. I actually thought that's what was happening at first when the trailer started playing. I wasn't completely sure which character was which in the trailer, and it looked to me like they were adding in another Fire Emblem. But I think that might have already been a character that's already in the game. My knowledge of Fire Emblem characters is terrible beyond the Game Boy games. Also, if we add another Fire Emblem, can we please add, like, not a sword user, please? Why is it always the sword people? Why can't you add, like, Niels? You know? He plays his flute and gets a second extra attack. Why can't you add, like, Matthew? Steals items and percent from the opponent. Hector, yeah. Oh, spear user, yeah. Spear, like, I don't get. They're all sword users. You could just go very basic. Just give me a spear. Just give me an axe. Hector would make sense. I'm actually surprised that Hector is not up for consideration. Although, at this point, it's sort of like Pokemon, where the only ones they're going to add are from the newest game. Like, there's probably going to be you know what it's going to be? One of the DLC characters is going to be a Three Houses Fire Emblem. Calling it now. That game has time to come out. They're not going to release all the current DLC until Banjo comes out in the fall anyway. So by then, Three Houses will have been out for a while. Everybody strap in. It's going to be whoever the Three Houses sword person is. I will say I was very pleased with the DLC we got today. I don't think I'm going to, you know, main any of those characters. But I love the inclusion of the Luminary. Also, if you guys haven't played Dragon Quest XI and you like RPGs at all, you should really play Dragon Quest XI. I think people overlook it because it's a Dragon Quest game. And for a lot of people, that's just not a franchise they care to play. But, man, that was some really good just JRPG fun. It's a huge time investment, though. But I thought it was well worth it. Haven't played Dragon Quest anything? I think Dragon Quest XI would be a good first Dragon Quest, actually. They really just do a good job of introducing you to the concepts, and the character design is really good. Sylvando is probably one of my favorite characters in any RPG. Dude, there's nothing to do in this room. This is still the dead end. I have no idea where to go. I'm just dead end everywhere. Played 3 hours of DQ3, and that's my series history. So the thing about Dragon Quest XI is, they do a lot of quality of life stuff over previous Dragon Quests. They add in sort of it's almost like the board from Final Fantasy XII, the license board, where you get skill points and then you can unlock new abilities, and then, like, as you do that, you move along the board and you pick up other things. And then it has, like, limit breaks, but then you can learn, like, co-op limit breaks. You know, like, if one character has this skill and the other character has this skill, then they combine to form this, like, co-op skill. Is this my first stream of Pirate? No. I've been on Pirate for like 4 days because I keep getting lost. But in any case, I really honestly think I would recommend Dragon Quest XI to just about anybody. I thought it was a really fun playthrough. The localization does a really good job of making each area. So part of the thing about Dragon Quest is they parody the real world in a lot of places, and the locations in Dragon Quest XI are all kind of designed after stereotypes of different countries. So I don't know. I just thought it was like really well done, and you can tell like when you visit an area, like, oh, this is making fun of, you know, Paris, or this is making fun of Rome or whatever. I even think there was like a Valley Girl town at one point. I don't know. Oh, there's the spider ball wall. This is it. This is progress right here. Tangible progress. Please be new. No, you know what? That's not any different. I could have got up here. Wait a second. Where does this go? Did I go on this one yet? If I hate the Tales series, would I hate Dragon Quest XI? No, they're very different. Tales, I'm kind of with you on that. I liked Symphonia, and I liked Fantasia. But beyond that, I've tried a couple Tales games, and they all just feel very similar to me, and I get bored of them very quick. Now, granted, one of them that I tried was Zestiria, which is supposedly like very bad. So that might be part of the problem. Is this not functioning? How do I rotate this? Could have sworn you could rotate this thing. I got about halfway through Zestiria 2. I didn't just quit it right away. I made it about halfway through, and it just wasn't doing anything for me. I think I tried Vesperia at one point a long time ago, and it was sort of the same. Got about like halfway through, and just didn't really care to finish it. But no, Dragon Quest XI. Okay, so here's the thing. I think some people write it off as it's almost like too childish, but I think that's kind of part of the appeal of it. I don't, if that makes sense. It's sort of like, you know, like the childlike wonder of Pokemon, like the reason you go back to Pokemon 20 years later. It's got the charm still, and I think Dragon Quest XI nails that. Just the characters are really cool. You feel invested in the party itself. There's like an the overarching story is just like this epic saga. And every time you think it's about to end, it doesn't, and it just keeps going, and it's good. Plus, it's got a casino. It's got a casino. What more do you need? Playing Vesperia, it's decent. Okay, can we clarify now? What is the proper way to say the new Tales game? Is it Tales of Arise, or is it Tales of Arise? Because my gut instinct is it's not Arise. That would be too obvious. And then I went off the Japanese, and I'm thinking it might be Arise. Do we have confirmation like the English pronunciation of this game is? Nobody knows. Okay, good. I'm not the only one. Last Remnant. The problem with Last Remnant is it's convoluted. They don't really explain the battle system to you at any point, and you just give like very vague commands, and then the battle unfolds before your eyes. I thought the game was okay. I just never felt like I understood the combat my entire time playing. But in any case, if you're going to play Dragon Quest XI, the Switch version looks ideal. If you haven't played it yet, wait for the Switch version. I played it on PC, and while I really enjoyed the PC version, that 2D mode looks so cool. Like, being able to swap back to classic Dragon Quest and play it that way. It, like, whenever you want to, too. They have, like, the entire game is both 2D, 3D. Did they... Yeah, does the Switch version have the orchestra version of the music? Because on Steam, you had to download that separately, and it was kind of a gray area. Like, you're not really supposed to do this. The composer will come after you. Yeah, I remember it was a big no-no, but I did it anyway. Started FF10-2 today. I liked FF10-2. I think that the only problem with 10-2, or like the major problem with 10-2, is that a lot of 10-2 is minigames. And some of them are fun and some of them are not so fun. But 10-2 is underrated. I think the combat system is cool. Big fan of the dress spheres. Yeah, on the Steam version at least, I don't know about some of the other versions, but on the Steam version of Dragon Quest XI, they just use MIDI, and it's really awful. Like, it's noticeably better when they if you go to the orchestra music. The MIDI music I just could not put up with. It is one of the downfalls of Dragon Quest XI is that the variety in music is not so great. Now that being said, it's still a great game. Where does this go? This looks new. Please be what I was looking for. Please give me some tangible progress. This looks new. I'm not 100% certain, but this looks new. Oh, I can't go through there. You found it! Man, that took a long time. Okay, now what? What do we have here? Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that yet. I want to do this first. Okay, I'm going to lock that one in. I have no idea if that's right or not. Wouldn't I want to end up over on the left? This is going to be trial and error, I think. Let's see how that works. Well, that's one way to go. What do we got? Oh, that's how I get the item. Okay. That's what I was worried about. Hazard shield. Hazard shield. Hazard shield. Bog champ. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella. A. Suit is now capable of withstanding hazardous environments, just like that. Able to move safely through acid rain and fuel gel. Oh, the two in one. Oh no. It's a trap. Assault arrow trooper. Why? He got destroyed. Someone mentioned earlier the thing about Square Enix music being available on Spotify. Pretty cool, I think. I mean, granted, it's not their entire library of games, but I'm all for game soundtracks being more accessible. Did I like any Ubisoft games? That is a really good question, because it doesn't... You're taking, like, no prisoners with that question. It's all or nothing. Do I like any of the Ubisoft games? I gotta be honest with you, the answer is no. I think the answer is no. I have to think about this. But I feel like the only Ubisoft games I care about tend to be the ones where they hijack some Nintendo IP. You know, like Mario Rabbids. I was interested in that. And I was never going to buy Starlink, but I was interested when they announced that they had, you know, included Star Fox and created sort of a mission sequence based around Star Fox. But I got to be honest with you, like, I don't care at all about the Tom Clancy stuff. I don't care about Division 2. I don't care about Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs at least looks good. Like, if I was interested in that series, I would probably be very excited about the new one. But it's not my series. I will tell you what, though. There is one Ubi game that's kind of interesting. They didn't show it this year, though. Oh, 2 games. Sorry. Beyond Good and Evil 2, obviously. But they didn't have anything to say about that. But that Skull and Bones game, the pirate game, that looked kind of cool. I think a lot of what Ubi tries to do with their games just doesn't appeal to me. Like, I don't care about The Crew. I don't care about Steep. Their action sports games don't appeal to me at all. I don't like their, like, edgy, like, I have a gun, and also I'm a grandma, so, like, that makes me just, you know, the coolest video game character of all time. Like, I don't know. Doesn't do anything for me. I think their humor style is just very different. Yeah, Bethesda is very similar, and coincidentally, I don't like a lot of Bethesda stuff too. Although Doom Eternal looks sick, and I want to play day one. Okay, so we got the hazard suit now. Hold on, there's still an item in this room. I hear it. I wonder if it has to do with rotating this again and going the other way. Yeah, see, there's a missile expansion. So let's get that before we leave, if we can. What conference featured reactions from streamers? I don't know. Did they feature reactions from streamers? This sounds like something that would have happened. I mean, I believe it. Oh, I don't want to go back this way yet. Hold on. Please hold. Life is Strange 2. Nothing like a good old influencer or two. I gotta tell you though, you did not experience E3 2019 unless you watched the show match of the century, T-Pain versus Yakti. And I'll tell you what, T-Pain was blazed the entire time. He was gone. It was right after, like, Ubisoft's conference didn't really end. It just sort of transitioned over to the show match. That was also weird. They didn't, like, end the conference. They're like, it's time for show match. Yeah. T-Pain was on another planet. Yeah, it was like Snoop Dogg gone. Yeah, they had Snoop Dogg in one of their tournaments a couple years ago, too. And same thing. Yeah. Or no, that might have been EA, actually. I think Snoop Dogg was at an EA thing. But yeah, T-Pain was really glad to be there, I think. I don't think he cared whether he won or lost. Yeah, Snoop was caught lighting a joint on stream. And I think this might have been like before marijuana was like legal anywhere too. Like it was still kind of, wasn't that like early 2010s or something? I don't remember. I just remember it being like really, like they had to shut it down real quick. They're like, we got to switch the camera off of him. Oh, I'm going to go up here again. I think this is where I needed to go. Yeah, supposedly they ended it on Gods and Monsters Dark Teryx, but they never really said, like, this is the end of our conference. It was just like they showed the trailer for Gods and Monsters, and the next thing was they cut over to some, like, hype host guy. He's like, are you guys ready for the show match of the century? Featuring, like, 2 people you've heard of and 8 people you haven't. All right, let's get this thing started. I did not watch a lot of the PC show just because generally in years past it's been underwhelming. But I'd be curious to hear what you guys thought of it if you did watch. I like Day 9, and I think he's a good host. I just feel like in general the stuff that gets shown, not very exciting. And also, the PC gaming show, at least in years past, it dragged on for so long. It was like 2 or 3 hours. Oh, they showed Chivalry? Yeah. I did catch part of the PC gaming show, but I can't remember, honestly. What I was even watching. I think it might have been... What was the game they were showing? Baldur's Gate 3, maybe? Yeah. That was about all I saw. Also, they didn't know how to say the word gate. I think they kept saying, like, Baldur's Gape 3 or something like that. Most memorable technical flop with E3 was when they swapped the name. Yeah, I mean, I kind of give them a pass, but also not really. Like, it's an understandable mistake. But at the same time, I just wish, like, I could help Nintendo. You know, I have streaming experience. Hire me, Nintendo. I'm really sad. Not that I ever had a chance at this anyway. I'm really sad I didn't get to cast the Mario Maker stuff. Just because Nintendo does a pretty good job of picking people from the communities to represent the different stuff. And I'm not saying I'm like the #1 Mario Maker person by any standards. Like, absolutely not. However, I did have a highlight reel. You know, I've done Mario Maker casting for three GQs, so I felt very qualified, and I was very ambitious when I tweeted at Nintendo America my 3-video YouTube playlist, expecting them to do anything about it. So it might have been overambitious. But that was the first time where I felt like, wow, I might actually be qualified to cover something that Nintendo is hosting. I'm in the books for Maker 3, maybe. Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. Like, Nine's a great caster. Like, I have no problems with the guys they picked. And I'm not saying at all, like, I don't want you guys to think like, oh man, he's pissed that he didn't get picked. Like, no. I knew I had 0 chance. But when they said that Mario Maker was going to be an invitational, I got like 0.1% hopes up. It's like, all right, maybe they'll tap the community and I might get asked to do it. I would love, like, the thing is, it's one of those things where, like, if it happens, right? Like, I'm never going to expect them to invite me to something. Like, I'm not that big of a person to where, like, oh, we need to go out of our way to get golden. You know, that will really bring in the viewers. I don't think that's true. But it's one of those, like, once-in-a-lifetime things where if you got the chance, like, if you got the call to do something like that, that would be so cool. Just to say you were a part of it. But yeah, I love the commentators that they had at the event. I thought they all did a really good job. Especially, like, Mario Maker isn't really their native game, so, like, I thought Vicious commentary is always good. Nine's commentary is always very good. Jordan, I don't know if you guys know Jordan Kent. Like, he's the main host of all the invitational stuff. He's a NBA guy, actually. Gaming is not his primary casting, although it's starting to become that because he gets to do a lot of Nintendo events. But I believe he's a Portland Trailblazers guy. Jordan Kent is his name. I want to say it's Portland that he does basketball coverage for. But Nintendo invites him out every year to do commentary. He's the main commentary guy. So they'll invite out, like, specific Smash casters and things like that. But Jordan's always, like, the main host who's, you know, he'll ask them questions. Be like, so Nine, what's going through the players' heads right now? Or, you know, he does the play-by-play of, like, score right now is 68-32. Yeah. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure he's a Trailblazers guy. Like, he might not be the commentator for them, but I think he does, like, pre-game, post-game stuff. He's one of, like, the, you know, like your local Fox Sports affiliate sort of thing. Yeah. Go Blazers. He's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool, like, list of things to be involved in. But, like, if I was going to get involved in sports casting of some kind, to be able to have, like, an actual sport and then on top of that get invited out to esports stuff, like, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool deal. Problem is, if I'm going to get involved in some sort of sports broadcasting, I got to move, because Minnesota, not exactly a powerhouse in a lot of sports. Although, of course, this is like the one year we're actually decent at something. The Twins finally showed up. We stopped paying Joe Mauer $85 billion, and suddenly we have a baseball team. Actually, the Vikings are supposed to be pretty good this year, too. So I'm excited. This might be my like 1 year of living in a state with good sports. Gotta milk it for all it's worth. I'm not either, Checkers, but a big part of his problem last year was he had no line at all. Just absolutely no line. And even without the line, they were still winning games they shouldn't have been winning. But I'm completely with you. Like, I feel like, you know, Cousins hasn't really proven himself yet, but we'll see. I'm optimistic. They did a lot of effort in this offseason to keep a lot of our players around. And I guess we'll see. Phazon-based explosive blast. Is this the one where I go into the ball? Like this? Nope. I guessed wrong. Are you for real? He was Twins base. I mean, Joe Mauer was a good player, but the problem is when you spend that much money on one player, you're sort of subject to your budget, and the Twins were never going to spend a bunch of money on other people. So for as long as he was around, we just had like marginal players supporting him. Our pitching was always terrible. And now that we don't really have a ton of big names, we just, like, the average player on our team is so much better. See, look at that. You can just walk right through, supposedly. So it said explosive blast. Could probably be destroyed by a Phazon-based explosive blast. So... Oh. Is this it? That looks like it's a thing. No? Don't you think this looks like it should be a thing? Oh, what's this? Controls the disc's rotation. Oh, I think this was a room I played already. What happens if we go this way? Oh, this is still the dead end, though, right? Dude, one thing that I've learned over the years that I wish I had known when I was younger, like when I was a young sports fan, I was one of those very aggressive, like angry sports fans. And like I was a kid, right? I'm like 10, 12 years old. And maybe even like older than that, maybe like 14, 15. And like I just despised people who were fans of other teams, you know? Just like, I hated their guts. And we go to games, and I would just be like yelling. And just like not a pleasant person to be around at all. And it finally hit me at a certain point. I think I was in college, where you just kind of go like, okay, take a step back for a second. It's just a game. You know? Like, I don't like the Packers either, but I also don't think that means like, oh, let's haze this person for liking them or whatever. So, yeah. And I know people who are still like that into their 30s and 40s, and it's just it's really rough to be around. Like, I used to go to games with my uncles a lot, and like especially like college hockey, like they're big college hockey guys. So we would go watch and watch the Gophers play, and like if the Gophers were playing against North Dakota or whatever, they would just be so angry at the North Dakota fans. It was just really unpleasant to be around. Okay, so it wants me to go disable the defense. So that's back on the other thing. So maybe we can't even do this yet. Look, I'm not a fan of the Yankees or the Patriots or any of, it's okay to dislike a team. I just think too often people project that onto the fans. And like having the perspective of like, okay, this is another human being. They have a right to cheer for a team. Like that changed my mind a lot about how I was like behave, especially just like you look so stupid in public when you behave like that. Like I was really ashamed of how I used to act when I went to like sporting events. I mean, at the time I thought like, oh, this is how you're supposed to act. Because I'd seen, other people in my family doing it, like uncles and... What was it finally like beating Wisconsin? In what? Are you talking about in football this year? I don't think we beat Wisconsin this year, but I might be wrong. Yeah, that's the thing. Like cheering for another player getting injured, that just shows like how completely incompetent you are. You should never root for somebody to get injured. Like, here's the other thing, too. I feel like a lot of people's attitude is, oh, if we take out their best player, like, they won't stand a chance or whatever. I feel like it's more exciting as a fan, even if you want to beat the other team. I feel like it's better to beat them at their best. Like, wouldn't you rather beat a team with a healthy Kevin Durant than a team that does not? That, he's, like, out of the playoffs, and that's how you win? Like that's your gimmick. Oh, Arian, don't even get me started on tennis. Tennis, I'm nitpicky. I hate there's always somebody who's like yelling right before the serve, or yeah, they clap on a double fault. Minus HXN, but GG's. All right, now to be fair, the reason I like that tweet, minus HXN, I can't even say it, minus HXN, but GG's. The reason I like that is because that was an unprompted phrase, like that was entirely up to the team owner to say that, and he chose to say that. So I feel like at that point it's kind of justified. Like you can kind of make fun of that at that point. Oh, that's a big boy. He didn't stand a chance. I feel like if our basketball team was better, I would care about it more. Like, I think basketball is a great sport to watch, but the Timberwolves are just consistently bad. Makes it hard to want to watch. But I went to the Final Four this year. That was in town it was at US Bank Stadium. And I went to the Final Four and watched the championship game, and that was a really good basketball game. Every time that you thought it was over, just be like a 10-point swing the opposite direction. Don't know how to change bandwagons. What do you mean, like giving up on a different team to root for another one? I feel like the key is you can. This is something else that people don't do with sports. They tend to stick to one team, but I feel like you're allowed to cheer for however many teams you want. I don't think there's a rule against that. Like, for me, when I used to, I don't like follow baseball that much anymore. Like honestly, I only watch like 1 or 2 games a year. But when I was like hardcore baseball fan, I felt like I was allowed one American League team and one National League team. So I rooted for the Braves and the Twins. Of course, you can't watch the Braves anymore because they used to broadcast the Braves games on TBS, so it was nationwide. They don't do that anymore. From Philly? Nice. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too. Like, you're not, like, legally obligated to cheer for the team that is closest to you geographically. Just because you live there doesn't mean you have to cheer for them. But at the same time, if you move somewhere and you want to root for a team, there's nothing holding you back from doing that as well. "16 teams moving to London." I don't know what the NFL's goal with that is. Like, do they really think they're gonna get like a global football league? Is that the goal here? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they make a ton of money just with the games that are in London every year. So maybe if that's all they're doing, then they make money. But I don't know. All it means is that like 1 week out of the year, I got to wake up at 7 a.m. to watch Vikings lose in London. Diehard Red Wings fan. I do enjoy watching playoff Red Wings. I think man, they had a couple of years back when I was younger where they were just in every single Stanley Cup Finals. It was like you could not knock them out. It's like the what's his name? Steve Yzerman. Those were a fun couple of years of the NHL video game, by the way. Do you remember playing some what was it like? That would have been like NHL. Oh god, what year would that have been? I have no idea. But I used to play a lot of that. The Red Sox in London. Wait, Red Sox and Yankees are playing in London. I suppose. I mean, if it makes money, it makes money. Why not? Okay, wait. So second floor. Did we do everything here? This is all dead end city, so we gotta go to third floor. Third floor was where all the acid rain was. Suns for basketball because Dark Souls. Do they have a praise the sun meme? Is Knight Solaire just like an unofficial mascot? Do you ever root for a sports team just because they're very bad? Like, I remember being I feel like everybody wanted the Browns to win a game that year that they just absolutely could not win anything. Sometimes I like rooting for the... It's not even an underdog at that point. It's just like, you know, they have no chance whatsoever. Okay, so this doesn't open from this side is what it said, but I can at least walk out here now without dying. Okay, so it looks like there's nothing to do there. Let's go to the actual thing that I'm supposed to do. I don't like how this gave me like 3 objectives, and really they kind of could have been done in sequence. I don't like how if you get corrupt, you have to sit here for 25 seconds before the thing expires, too. Oh, or I could just do that. All right, for progress. Really? Did I not do that? Okay. We have progress. Oh, new creatures, new lore. Skritter. You know what? They probably give stuff. Should kill them. You know what? They don't. Onward. Objective completed. I already triggered a laser. Unbelievable. He's on fire. Oh no. Progress and poggers look like the same word. Oh god, I'm dead. Mash to save your life. Too much phase on. All right, we got very distracted with the sports talk, so I didn't mean to distract from the Nintendo discussion that was going on. I'm totally fine with continuing this discussion in either direction, but if there was stuff that people wanted to say about the Direct that I cut you off on, feel free to jump back in. Or if you just want to keep talking sports, we can do that too. Unable to open while the center's defense system is online. So now you're telling me we gotta disable the defense. You think square 1 E3? I don't even know if there's any winning to be done anymore at E3, to be honest. Can you really say you won E3 if Sony is just not even going to show up? I feel like the whole point of saying who won E3 was like back when the big three were there, and it was all, you know, the console wars of like, Sony wins E3 or Microsoft wins E3. It's just not the same. Kind of sucks. We the Gamers won. That's a good way of putting it. A lot of good games. I will say that I enjoyed Microsoft and Nintendo the most. I feel like Square Enix was pretty good. Did not care at all for Ubi. And actually, you know what game was fun? I don't know if I talked about this one on stream or not yet. I might have. Tell me if I already did. But Devolver, that first game that they showed, Fall Guys, it looks like if you took MXC or Wipeout and you made it into a Battle Royale game. It looks awesome. I'm so ready to play that game. It's literally like an obstacle course, but it's like Battle Royale. So if you get knocked off by an obstacle, then you're out of the game. It looks so cool. The enthusiastic people in the front row of Bethesda's conference were the winners. They had the best time. They did, and quite frankly, they are the winners because I'm sure there was some sort of company contest where whoever cheered the loudest gets a raise when they go back to work on Monday. That was so weird. It was so obviously fake. Are Romancing Saga and Saga the same thing? I believe the answer to that question is no. I'm not an expert, but I think Romancing Saga is sort of its own series, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody feel free to chime in. But I'm pretty sure they're separate. Which will come out first, Prime 4 or Batwa 2? My money is on Prime 4, assuming that it's still moving along in development. I think we might be a couple years away from hearing anything about Breath of the Wild 2, but I would expect we hear something about Prime 4 within the next year. I think there's a good chance that both of them are multiple years off still, though. I think we were on this floor. Phantasy Star Online 2 is pretty dope. I'm glad they finally are bringing that to the West. Don't know why it took so long, but I'm excited. Maybe this wasn't the right floor. Goku in Smash or Breath of the Wild 2? Breath of the Wild 2. Final answer. I cannot read this map. Yeah, that's the way to go. But wasn't it blocked? No. Whoa. All right. Let's get those teleport hacks. No, I don't think we're gonna get Goku. I think the people who want Goku and want Master Chief are barking up the wrong trees. Like, they have the right idea for the scale of the character. Like, that's the kind of character they're going for. But I think you're thinking in the wrong direction. You're hoping too much on a collaboration that's unlikely. Now, I don't know how to, like, tell you the correct sort of way to think on that, but that's just my hunch. I just feel like you're pulling a little bit too much for things that are unlikely. What is this doing? Oh, this throws me here. Yeah. So then what happened? I got here, and then why did I quit? I don't completely understand what I'm trying to do here. Frogger. Don't worry, guys. We got Gino. He's still going to be there. Man, we're really close. Elon Musk for Smash. Elon Musk for Smash, if and only if Grimes is an assist trophy. Ew, puke. I'm sorry. I don't know why my brain thought of that, but I apologize. And the worst thing about Grimes is that she associated herself with Elon Musk. High frequency beam. So you got to think we're going to get a new beam at some point. Oh. Wait, is this a playable thing? This might be new. That was unclear to me. This is new. I guess I assumed that I was returning from that point. Okay. Is this a tram? This is fast travel to somewhere. Next to mining site. But why would I want to do that? Mining site? Let's try it. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? The worst thing is my beverage is empty. Yeah, he's very much a Tale of Two Cities Vorpal. I remember a time when I was interviewing for jobs, and the most common question that people would ask is, like, if you could interview one person, who would it be? And you were basically expected to say Elon Musk. And I just refused, and I'm so proud of myself for never picking Elon Musk, because we used to do these, like, it was like group interviews too, like 7 or 8 of you in the same room. I don't know why that's ever allowed for a job, to be interviewed with like 7 other people at the same time. But every single person around the table would say Elon Musk. And then they would get to me and I would say something epic like Bob Barker. And then they wouldn't hire me because I didn't say Elon Musk. But I'm just very proud of myself, because that man is a disaster. Tilt the Wii Remote up. Tilt the Wii Remote down. I'm tilting it down. For the SEC. If you want to make money, though, off of Elon Musk, just buy puts in Tesla. High-level options play. Just buy a bunch of puts in Tesla. He spoke at my college graduation. It was not good. I believe that it was not good. I can see that actually being the case. Okay, this looks like a new thing, so that's good. I don't know enough about the Star Citizen situation. I just know that it's like the #1 most donated game, crowdfund me, something like that. Oh, we got a save point. Nice. Yeah, I don't know enough to comment on that. Go crowd me. Well, we found something new. This is exciting. Oh, no. Oh, that guy's dead. Dude, how are they going to make a Prime 4 when this game is clearly leading to a conclusion where Samus is all becoming Phazon? Like, Samus won't even exist at the end of Prime 3. It will be just Phazon. Can't have Prime 4. There is an item up there. Don't know how we get it, though. Let's keep looking. Prime 4, we play Dark Samus. I see. Metroid, another M. Yeah, I think I've made that joke a couple of times. I feel like anybody who's played Other M has made that joke. Or like knows of the title. Personally, never played Other M. But see, the real correct usage of another M is when you're discussing the upcoming Prime game, you say, I hope it's not another M. That's the correct way to use that phrase. It's not like we're actually hoping that there is another game called Another M. We're just saying, I hope we don't have another M. Oh, thanks, Jordan. I'm glad you understand. This has been UrbanDictionary.com featuring Go One. On tomorrow's episode, Yeet. Interact with terminal to use machinery. All right. I'm ready. Uh-oh. This looks... There's too many buttons. Push that one. Okay. Nope. Did I screw up? No! Oh, that might be a good thing. I have no idea. It's a dangerous button to press if you don't know what it does. Wow. That's how they make half pipes, actually. Tony Hawk taught me that. You guys ever play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? Except that you didn't play Tony Hawk because Bob Burnquist is way cooler. Who else in this room can I respect right now? No idea who the people were. Dude, I was a big fan of Bob Burnquist as a kid. Chad Muska, another good choice. Another good choice. I respect. Other than those two, though, I don't know. It's probably the extent of my Tony Hawk character knowledge. Oh, you're telling me I can grapple this door? Wow. Closed lift is used by space pirates to move. Spinner. Okay, so we have to get to the spinner. Okay. That seemed all right. Yeah, Zemel, we got Spider Ball. Long overdue. Oh, that did not work. If you could have any game remastered and remade like Final Fantasy VII, which would it be? If I could have any game remastered, I would... Can I give like a lame answer to this, or do I actually have to answer the question? Because my lame answer is I'd rather have new games. But if I have to pick one, I can entertain the question. Oh. Okay, we're not dead. So you're talking about like getting a AAA treatment, like this game is going to be so over the top. It's going to have the best graphics ever. We're going to get like Keanu Reeves to voice every character. So basically, the question is like, what game do I want to receive like a true, unbelievable remaster of? Oh. Okay, this thing's probably gonna kill me. Phase on harvester drone, anti-air system cannot be destroyed, but overloading it will stun the drone. Okay, well it's stunned, but I don't know that I want to go that way yet, so hang on. It's a door? No, I have to go this way. All right, I'm going to try to not overthink the question, and I'm just going to say Pokemon Snap. I feel like I could overthink this question, but that's what we really all want. Pokemon Snap for Switch. I know that's not like the ideal game that answers the question, but that's what came to mind, so that's what I'm going with. Yeah, it would have the full deal, like gyro controls, new regions, new Pokemon to take pictures of. It would have some sort of like online leaderboard where you could share the best photos you've taken, or like see what the best photo is worth, like what it looked like. I don't know why they haven't made another Snap. They must really feel like it's not going to sell, but I legitimately think another Pokemon Snap game would sell well. And I don't feel like it would be hard to make. $10 units of Phazon. Todd for Smash. I will tell you one thing I don't like about Sword and Shield. And this seems contradictory to my opinions of Pokemon, because I'm a big Gen 1 fanboy, but I don't like that every new Pokemon game is just, let's include all the Gen 1 Pokemon. Like, have you noticed in Sword and Shield, every random encounter is Machoke or Metapod? I don't get why everything has to be Gen 1. I'm not like super complaining because I actually can like recognize the Pokemon, but come on, folks. This beam sucks up and transports the loose Phazon. Supposed to destroy that? Wait, say that again. So Sword and Shield is the first Pokemon game to feature player customization and pants. So are you saying in games where I could customize my character, I could not wear pants? Up until now? That's a new thing? Nova Beam. That's a bog champ right there. Nova Beam? This ain't your grandma's Metroid. That's a Nova Beam. All shorts. Alright, this looks highly dangerous. Also, I can't get it, so that might be a good thing. So you're going to need the Nova Beam to open that door. I will never in life let anyone see my calves. Interesting. I've never heard that from anybody before. Oh, this is definitely a boss. What did I do? I missed the save point. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, no. I was supposed to get the Nova Beam first. Ah, I'm being sucked in. Not again. All right, I'm not understanding. Phase-on overload. I didn't call for that. Am I supposed to... Not that, apparently. Not that. Minus 5 hours of progress. This game loves its instant game overs. I tell you what. I'm Dark Samus now. Metroid Prime 4. This is how you unlock Prime 4. It's actually already out. All right, how rude is this going to be now? Where is it going to put me? I'm very scared. You are such a kind game sometimes. Gotta give it up. All right. So something tells me we can't get the Nova Beam yet. My first death was that room and I had no idea the game had checkpoints. Yeah. The checkpoints have been kind of inconsistent. Like, sometimes they seem to work okay. Oh, what is this? Activate nearby power node. I don't see a nearby power node. So I'm gonna go down there. You know you're getting closer to the end of a Prime game when the frequency of this song increases, too. It's like every other room. Piston extends while the mining cannon is firing the beam. So that could be a hint. Ow. Oh, I did the same thing. I thought it was going to launch me into the air. I don't understand it. Because sometimes the beam launches you up. All right. That's the same mistake twice now. That's on me. I've never played an Atelier game. So I do not know if I like it or not. Graph of time between pirate themes. This might be the end of the stream tonight. I gotta figure this one out. See how it's like sucking up the rocks there? I'm assuming this is a puzzle of some kind. Like, I'm not just killing these dudes endlessly. I mean, maybe I am. It's tough to tell with Prime. Sometimes it just puts you in a room and you gotta kill 20 enemies first. But this seems like a puzzle. I don't know what it wants me to do. I wish Samus had like a melee attack. Like in Halo, just give him the back smack. Oh, that was sick. You're telling me I gotta do more of that. So I can't just mow them down. I gotta actually think about this. I don't know what that means. Oh, I got one. Alright, well, we're gonna die because I have no HP, but I think we figured out the mechanic now. Actually, you know what? Should I just leave them all alive? We can still do this, maybe. Spent too much HP figuring it out. Are we about to clutch this? No! Not me. Anti-clutch. So close. That's a Mothman. Mothman. Okay, what is this, attempt number 4? This is an interesting puzzle, though. Like, my first instinct when I got in the room was, like, let's kill everything. And this sort of punishes you for doing that. Well, it gets you to spend your energy tanks to switch into the phase-on mode. It's pretty clever. I was trying to figure out what the pistons have to do with anything, but they don't really seem to do anything. Oh, did I accidentally kill him? I didn't think I did that much damage to him. That does a lot of damage. Okay, so I do have to attack that in order to get the beam to light up. We did it. Bog champ. 4th try pie. Nova beam. Oh, thank you, Flint. And thank you, everybody, for the bog champs. Nova beam. Fire the Nova beam with B. Okay, I know I've seen a bunch of these throughout the game, and now you're telling me I gotta go back and shoot all of them. Get that 100%, you know? That makes a funny noise. All right. I didn't read something. I zoned out for a second. I mean, it has to be that door, right? I definitely zoned out. Power nodes behind the door must be activated. Oh. There you go. Behind the door. That was the key phrase. You found it. So that's how you shoot things behind doors. Because I'd known you could do that for a while. This is looking like it might be a save. It's looking like it might not be a save. It's looking like it might be a very important thing. It's looking like we might blow up the universe. An internal mechanism must be loosened before it will move. Well, it's loose now. You're telling me we have to go deeper? A couple different ways to go here. There's one way to go here. Changed my mind. Oh, it's an energy cell. Yeah. Gotta go back to that planet at some point. Use my thousands of cells. I should think that beam can be knocked down. All right, let's try this. I hope this doesn't kill me. I do think the motion controls are kind of fun to an extent, but I can agree that they don't have the variety they should have. Oh, banana. Okay, well, we got the Nova Beam, so that's pretty cool. This guy's got a freaking alarm button. No. They're carrying around alarms now. Okay, we need to figure out where to save because it's getting to be almost that time. Oh, it's right around the corner. That's convenient. Yeah, I think grapple in combat's kind of cool. I do think that this game gets bogged down a little bit by its motion control stuff. Like, it feels the need to always have the motion control gimmick somewhere. So there are a lot of puzzles that are really dragged out because you're doing all these. That's a pretty cool looking suit. All these motion controls, but it's fun. So anyway, we're gonna stop there for the night. Good progress. Got the Nova Beam. Making some actual progress on this planet after like 4 days of being here. Oh, the welding minigame. Major thumbs up. Trauma Center. Love it. But okay, we'll stop there for today. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Thinking. I think there will be a stream tomorrow. I can't guarantee one, but I think there will be one. So just check my Twitter. You know the drill. I'll tweet out before I go live. So hopefully you are all following there. All right. I'm out. I'm going to go sleep because I'm tired. Bye. See you next time.